and welcome back to the channel. So I have a pantry update for you today. I did get some extra shelving and I got a freezer. So got to reorganize, put things together. It is exactly how I want it, so everything is great. I do have some holes here and there, so we need to add more to it. That'll come with time. But now I know kind of everything's put together. I kind of know what I need. Equal things out. I want to start with a meal plan, and I'll explain that here in a little bit. Some of you may already know what I'm talking about, but so what you're looking at right now is kind of the working pantry. Well, it's all working, but this is the pantry in the kitchen. So whenever this goes low, we come from here. This goes low, we pull from the back, which we'll get to here in a second. But basic stuff on the bottom. The reason why this is on the bottom shelf is so my youngest can grab what he needs. Some Pop-Tarts, cookies. There's more cookies in the back. Fruit snacks, graham crackers, and then chips and more crackers in the basket there. They're in the airtight sealer containers, so they're easy for him to get into and open. Believe it or not, even when these sit out, he doesn't always go crazy. Just because he can see the cookies and see the Pop-Tarts, he doesn't always grab them. So he's got pretty good self-control for as young as he is. But the next row is our canned goods. So we got our fruits, vegetables, some of our cooking stuff like our diced tomatoes and our chili beans that we use. And then we have the canned pasta or the canned meals ready to go. And then our soups that I use for casseroles and such. Up here is kind of a mix of stuff. Peanut butters, honeys, garlic bread, some baking items, oils, soy sauce, that sort of thing. Our baking items, flour, sugars, some extra salt in the back. Up here is our bread basket, so that has our tortillas in it, buns, stuff like that. We have tuna right here, and this will be where I also put some, canned meats, pastas, rice goes up here, and then the start of our cereal, big containers of cereal up there. So again, that's our everyday pantry. We pull from here first, and then whatever is used up gets filled from the back. So then let's go to the back here, and you will see here we have added a shelf and added a freezer. We're able to now organize way better than what we were and kind of put things together. So at the top over here, we have our butane stove and our fuel, our vacuum sealing supply, mallet hammer, and fire extinguisher. Up there, some extra items for the real deal preparedness. And then we have our drink shelf. Well, part of our drink shelf, our juices. So we have our shelf-stable milk, our powdered drinks, some apple juice, and of course I want way more than what we have, but this is a beginning, another beginning, so I will get there. I will build it. Some tomato juice. The tomato juice we use mostly for cooking, but I just kind of wanted to put juices and stuff like that together. And then we have our dressings and our syrups. So stuff that we use, not always, and bulk items, but that's where that is. I had to put some sort of a system together, and I felt like this is what's best for us. This is our canned fruit and our fruit section here. And then, I don't know if beets is a fruit, but that's where it went. Back here we have pears. So I still want to add some pineapple and maybe more applesauce to our collection there. this is our vegetables. So our diced tomatoes, which again we cook with, but I just wanted all the vegetables together. And we're too deep on there. So we got our carrots, our cream corn. In the back and the bottom there is some peas, corn, green beans, of course. And then I put my packaged potatoes over here. I definitely want to get more of those. I was trying to buy the Aldi brand, but they are just out of the plane. So I think I'm just gonna have to splurge and go to the Walmart and get these packages and pay $1 for them. And then I've got my canned potatoes. So my big bag of potatoes, I gave them to my aunt, who ever so graciously canned them for me. Potato soup, stews, but yep. So we got, I think, 11 quarts. So that was nice that she did that for me. I appreciate that so much, because I don't know how to can. And they were going bad. So down here will be our condiments and our sauce section. Definitely want to add some mayonnaise to this, because we will use mayonnaise, and I'm sure some other stuff I find. Over here is our cooking section, our baking section, and our spices. So we have our grapeseed oil. Mostly what I'll use the grapeseed oil for is cleaning our cast iron pans. Olive oil, which I cook with. The corn syrup, which will be used mostly at the holidays. Our Jiffy mix. And then back here in the tub is some salt. Salt just in case we need some and run out. Plus I also use the coarse salt for cleaning the cast iron. Some of our soup mixes and our dressing mixes for our roasts. Popcorn, salt, vanilla, and then I think we have some parsley back there, which again, that'll grow. I plan on this week making a Sam's trip, so we will grab spices from Sam's and Walmart. I've already started to price those out, so we have definitely need seasoning for our cooking. The bottom shelf is another drink shelf. So we got miscellaneous pop. We've got our pop that is open, our Gatorade, and then the pop that is not open. So what we'll do is, once the open pop and the miscellaneous pop is gone, we will probably fill that with water. And then I definitely want to add some more Gatorades. I just feel like that's best. Or Pedialyte, something that if we're sick, we can get those electric lights back in us. And then bottled water. So again, definitely want more. I have one in the kitchen that is used, and you can see this one up front is open. Those two I just constantly refill. These other 4 that are sealed right here are left for storage, long-term storage only. I would definitely like to get more. Space is an issue, and then so I could just keep packing this, but however, I have this register back here that I have to watch. Our 5-gallon buckets with our flour, sugar, rice, and our popcorn. For those of you who have not seen past videos, our rice and our popcorn kernels are in with the gamma lids, because we get into those quite a bit. So those are, the rice is basically a 25-pound bag that I've dumped into the bucket, put a gamma lid on, a couple bay leaves in there. Same thing with the popcorn kernels, came in a 50-pound bag, which did not fit completely into the bucket, so that's why the bag's on top. Dumped it in, some bay leaves, gamma lid. The flour and sugar I have put into gallon-sized bags. I get 4 or 5 cups into a gallon bag, and then I vacuum seal it. The flour I freeze for a couple days, take out, come to room temperature, vacuum seal, and then they go into the buckets with the lids that are more, I don't want to say more sealed, but I don't get into them that often. I've got our baking stuff out in the kitchen, and when that gets low, I'll open that, take a bag out, and not disturb the other items that are in the bucket. So that's my system. There's also bay leaves in those 2 buckets. Even though they're vacuum sealed, something will still chew through it if that's the case. And hopefully those bay leaves keep them out. Now, I do live in a duplex, and I do rent. So they come and spray for pests. I want to say every few months, every 6 months. So I really don't have a lot of bugs. I feel like that keeps it out anyways. Adding this stuff may increase that, but so in case that does, I am taking some precautions. Down here on the bottom, we have all of our cases of water. So, again, I know it's not enough, but it's what I'm building, and it's for the storage that we have right now. Like I said, once that clears out over there, I will get more storage for water. Then over here, I've kind of decided to make this our canned meat / protein section. Obviously, very low. Definitely need more canned meats. Protein, but again, beginner, we'll get there. Then this section here is what I'm calling meal in a can, or already prepared meals. So we've got the beef stew, the ravioli, the hash. Those are chili beans. Again, that's probably more canned protein, so I could move that over here. Beanie weenies are kind of a meal in a can, or could be used for meal in a can. So yeah. Up here is our soups. I'll use the cream of chicken and the cream of mushroom for baking, but we've got the soups in there. Again, bay leaves are still in these boxes. So anything that has cardboard does have bay leaves. Buckets have bay leaves, you know. Doing what I can to keep them out. I also think, is it peppermint oil? So I could put some sort of like, I wonder if cedar blocks would work too. Maybe that'll keep the moths, but I don't know if that's all insects. If you know, definitely hit me a comment down below, or let me know down below. Our ramen. So we have 2 chicken, 2 beef. Again, all of these items are FIFO, or first in, first out. So we'll show so these are June of 22. All of these are. And then right here starts our 10/22. So anything back there is October of 22. So I watch my dates. I've got them labeled. I keep rotating as the dates happen. This is our chicken broth and our beef broth. So this broth here will last longer. So that's why it's in the back. The blue chicken broth containers have a best by date of sooner. So those are going to be used first. But I would love to have more beef broth. I feel like I'm good on chicken right now, but you know, if you see a good sale and with prices possibly going up, stock up. All right, next shelf is our pastas. So our elbow macaroni we use to make macaroni and cheese or goulash, and then our spaghetti, and then rice, flavored rice pastas, which is our macaroni and cheese, and then all of our goodies, extra goodies, our cookies, crackers, Pop-Tarts. Those cheese balls back there is a bag of cheese curls and a bag of tortilla chips. So that's probably where I'll put our chips. Just there's extra space back there, so that's where I'll put all that. Still be easy to get to. Top row is our beauty supplies, soaps, sanitizers, toothpaste, toothbrushes, extra shampoo, extra body soap, mouthwash. Another thing I don't have in here is first aid kit, so I need to add that. I have one bug out bag. My son's, I definitely need to work on mine and my other sons, but we'll get there. Paper goods, so paper supply, or paper towel, toilet paper up there. So that is all of that. I'm very, very pleased. Again, I've got holes, but I'm organized and I know what I need. So I said I'd talk about the meal plan a little bit. Some of you may already know what that is. So let's say I'm gonna make goulash, and I'm gonna make enough goulash for 6 months. Okay, so I need, and we have goulash, let's say once a month, every 3 weeks or something like that. So goulash takes tomato juice, diced tomatoes, a pound of elbow macaroni, and it also takes a pound of hamburger. Takes other stuff too, but those are the basics. Okay, so I have probably 15 pounds of elbow macaroni. Okay, so I have enough macaroni to make goulash for 6 months. But if you look over here, I only have enough diced tomatoes. Right now, if I was to only make goulash, I'd only have enough to make 7 batches of goulash with the tomatoes. Now, I also use tomatoes in my chili, which we have quite often. That is definitely not enough diced tomatoes for chili and goulash for 6 months. So I know I need to get more of those. On top of that, tomato juice is in my goulash. I only have 4. So really, ultimately, I only have enough supplies to make 4 batches of goulash. So I need to kind of get everything put together, figure out, I need more tomatoes. I need enough tomatoes to do goulash for 6 months and chili for 6 months. Plus I need at least another 2 tomato juices to do 6 months worth of goulash. Does that make sense? So I kind of need to go through everything and figure out what I have, what I don't have. Spaghetti. I have about 16 pounds of spaghetti. Again, takes hamburger and takes spaghetti sauce. I only have 5 jars of spaghetti sauce. Technically, I can only make 5 batches of spaghetti. So if I make goulash, chili, and spaghetti, and all those require a pound of hamburger, I need enough hamburger to make all of that for 6 months. If I look at my deep freezer here, here's my hamburger. I have 2, 4, 6, 7. I only have 8 pounds of hamburger. Okay, so that's really only gonna get me 8 meals. That's definitely not enough. So that's the kind of stuff I need to go through and plan the meals, plan all my meals out to shop more and make sure I have enough food to make everything that we want to make for 6 months. So hopefully that helps you understand a meal plan. Now, of course, I have chicken and I have some roast, but if I want those recipes specific for hamburger, I definitely need more. Same thing with the chicken. I think I only have, maybe 7, 8 chicken breasts. Definitely need more than that. This is how I do my flour. So this flour is in here for another few days. Freeze it. Kills the eggs, the larva eggs. And then you can store it long term without bugs getting in there. So you saw my hamburger, my chicken. Back here is my roast. I have a couple roasts. In this red bin, hot dogs, mostly hot dogs, I think. I think there's only 1 package of bologna. So that we go through quite a bit. Definitely need more. And then in this basket here is our butters, cream cheese, and then I put our yeast in the freezer. Thanks to a viewer for telling me that. So that's our freezer. It's a 7 cubic freezer. And as you can see, I have plenty of room to add more, and I plan on doing that as well. But so hopefully that explains just the way I organize, how I feel that's best for me at this time. It may change as we grow, but I'm pretty happy with this for now. Definitely feel more secure with having this on hand. I feel like I don't have to run to the store. I have plenty to at least come up with some things. We have plenty of stuff to make a couple meals out of. Snacks, all kinds of, if we're locked home, I'm not gonna panic. And that's the important part. All right, so thanks for joining me. If you enjoyed this video, please like it. Subscribe to the channel. We will continue to do prepper pantry videos as I add to, and I will improve and share with you. If you have any questions, comments that you'd like to make, tips, tricks, I would enjoy those in the comments as well, and I will reply. So thank you for joining us, and have a good evening.